A plane filled with migrant children sent by the White House lands in a small town in upstate New York.
Hey, welcome to another video. Look, obviously they got caught, right? In this video, I'm going through and I'm watching this like we've just went over this with DeSantis sending migrants to Martha's Vineyard and up to, New York City and Chicago, the governor of Texas sending them the same places, and liberal news media is having a fit. I mean, how can you do this? We're going to, file charges against you. And these migrants are sending a class action suit against DeSantis.
Remember, Ron DeSantis is the governor of Florida. So why is he grabbing refugees in Texas and shipping them to Massachusetts, huh? Why? So he can prove that America's immigration system is broken? Yeah, everyone knows that. But instead of pushing lawmakers to actually reform the system, he's using taxpayer money to what? Go viral? Because this is what he...
And Biden goes and does this crap. They got caught red-handed. Just watch this video.
To the details here. A plane filled with migrant children sent by the White House lands in a small town in upstate New York, despite no town officials knowing about it. And the migrants that arrived have already made their way across the tri-state area. Steve Brescia is the Montgomery Village mayor, and Paul Arteta is the Montgomery Village deputy police chief. They both join me now. Good morning to you both. Mayor, what are your thoughts on this plane filled with children landing in your town, and you had no knowledge of this? The White House never contacted you to let you know that this was going to happen.
Well, I've never seen anything like this before. I've been mayor for over 3 decades, and this has really caused a lot of unrest in the community and fear and uncertainty, and people don't know what to think. One of the largest planes ever at Orange County Airport in its history landed there Friday night, and we believe there was 1 or 2 earlier in the week. And, thank God that Deputy Chief Arteta was on duty Friday night, and the bus was pulled over based on a complaint, and they found, Paul, you can tell them what you found.
So there was 17 young adults under 18 on the bus. We received a call from a concerned person at the airport that they saw something suspicious, and our officers were able to stop the bus within the Village Montgomery limits.
Chief Arteta, where are those kids now? And also, where are their parents?
We don't know where the parents are, but the children, there was a manifest that we obtained from the adults that were on the bus that showed where the children went. They went throughout 3 states, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut.
And was it your job to figure out where those kids went, or was it already pre-organized by the federal government?
It was already pre-organized by the federal government. There were contractors on the bus. There were no federal government employees on the bus.
Wow. Mayor, I mentioned the fact that the Biden administration didn't contact you to tell you about the flight that was landing at the airport in your town. That's an important detail, because the Biden administration has accused Governor Abbott and DeSantis of being cruel and inhumane for busing migrants to other areas without letting the local officials know. But boy, does it sound like they're doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, any kind of forewarning would have been great. I mean, we had no idea, and supposedly it was a legally chartered plane, but, God forbid if the bus got in an accident in the village, our taxpayers are going to have to absorb what we have to do with the migrant passengers, and it just would be too much for our community. And we have one of the safest communities in the country. We were awarded by the FBI on a survey, and this is really... it's really upset a lot of the community, and they thought that the village or the town knew about it, and we knew nothing, and there wasn't much we could do about it, unfortunately. But just a little forewarning or a little information would have helped us considerably.
Yeah, and Mayor, is this the first flight that's landed in your town? And also, how do the people in your community feel about this?
Oh, they're very upset. I mean, there was rumors of human trafficking, which, isn't true, I don't believe. And, were they vaccinated? Everybody worries about people being vaccinated. What's coming to our community? And we were worried about the safety of the children also. I mean, they should be reunited with their parents, wherever their parents are. It's just a lot of, answers that I couldn't give to village residents.
Yeah, you weren't able to give the answers to the residents because you weren't provided the answers by the federal government. So you were in quite the pickle. Steve Brescia, Paul Arteta, thank you both so much for joining us this morning.
Okay, so there's a number of things that stick out in this video. First of all, they weren't told. They did this secretly. They got caught. The townspeople are they're in a wreck. I mean, they can't believe that parents would allow their children. I would never, ever allow my children to go with some strangers. I mean, it's the parents' problem. They're probably not with parents. The parents probably dumped them off at the border, and they got selected to go. He said that they went to 3 different areas in 3 different states. Either they're going to homes or, wherever. And most of these kids are going to be abused anyway, right? And they're going to grow up to be tyrants. And we're sending these 10, 20 years down the road. These kids ain't growing up to be members of society. They're going to be growing up with all kinds of issues. They're going to have babies out of wedlock, right? And they're going to have crimes against them. They're going to be brought into areas where they're abused. This has to stop. I mean, somebody has to file suit. The Supreme Court's got to get involved. This can't continue to go on. This is a blatant disregard for the law. There's laws in the books. And the number of weeks I put videos out continually on this, and people are just letting it slide. These town people, the videos show these kids all by themselves. They were under 18 years old. You can't do that. They need to be in school, right? I am thoroughly upset about this. And I call out Congress people right and left. You can't do this. If you're allowing this to happen, you're a sick individual. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're sick, because these kids need to be into a home with their parents. What part of the world they come from, I have no idea, but they need to be sent back to their home. Their parents need to be arrested like any other child abusers, right? We're held to the same standard in this country. If I let my kids fly across the country without me and dropped off in an airport with no adult supervision, in a confinement in jail somewhere until their parents come get them, right? That's what my kids would do. If my kids were dropped off at an airport and wandering around, they would be taken. My children would be taken away from me, and I would be put in jail. But this is okay. This is okay. For what reason? It doesn't make any sense. It's wrong. I can't do nothing about it. Congressmen and women are sitting on their hands. They don't care either. I don't care, the Republican or Democrat or whoever. They don't care either. They're not doing anything about it. Somebody has to have a call for this. This has to be, I'm in outrage, okay? This is the video that I'm using to transport to everybody in the world my anger for all this, because this is done. This is absolutely done. What are you going to do? Just blow up yourself and throw up your hands? I mean, come on. You guys comment on this. What should be done about this? I need some comments, because there's enough of this. This is done. Right now, it's done. No more. He got busted. This needs to be put all over the internet. There needs to be hearings with this. People need to go to jail. The parents, Biden, all the people. There's even people on the bus that were adults that work for the federal government that are doing this. They need to be arrested. Man, you guys have an issue with this, let me know. I appreciate you guys subscribing, sharing this video with your friends, your family. Comment below, subscribe, and then hit the bell. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.
No alibi for what I've done. Took what you treasure, and I'm never gonna